Hi, you are watching Mintchip LOL. I'm Mintchip, you're you, and today we're going to talk about MMO news. Hey guys, once again I want to thank F2P for sponsoring me, and yeah, if you guys please check out the links below for all the stories that I'm about to talk to you about. Alright, first off I want to talk about Marvel Heroes. I talked about this game a while back, and I was really disappointed. I think if you remember that it's not a traditional MMORPG, it's like an MMOARPG, which is kind of like the genre I'm assuming is what Diablo and like Torchlight are. Overall the game looks really cool. I like the zoom of the game. I guess, I don't know how to explain it. Like when you're looking down at the game, I like the sort of how close you are. I also love how the abilities look, like all the spell effects and stuff are really cool, and they seem really crisp and clean. They don't seem too clunky. There's not a lot of clipping. Yeah. The gameplay is pretty straightforward, and I think anybody can pick it up. You have something like 6 or so abilities. The first boss fights in the game that some of the F2P people played were saying that it was really easy, so those things are actually going to get buffed and such. Pretty promising. Not sure about how, like, into it I'll be, because I kind of wanted to see if they would do something that was like DC Universe Online, because I really do like DC Universe Online, but this is a really neat take, and I like it that they didn't just like kind of carbon copy what, you know, DC was doing. F2P got a playthrough, an exclusive playthrough, so if you guys want to check that out and watch that video, you should. I did. It was pretty interesting. That's how I learned everything that I've learned so far. And also, F2P interviewed David Brevik, and I remember, and I don't know if you will remember, but when I talked about Marvel Heroes and how excited I was, because David Brevik, he worked on Diablo, and he's like working on Marvel Heroes, and I should have known at that point that like it was gonna be sort of like Diablo. So, but it was really cool. So they had a whole interview with him, and that's really neat. You should definitely read it if you're interested in that sort of thing. And yeah, he answers really cool questions like, if you could have any superpower, what kind of superpower would you have? And he picked a teleportation. So my question to you guys, which you should answer in the comment section below, and the most creative responses will be in the next video that I make. Let me know what your favorite, not your favorite, let me know what superpower you would have and why, and like, yeah, tell me. For me, I think I would want, man, teleportation is such a good idea. I think I would say teleportation. Teleportation, or the ability to run really fast. No, teleportation. Running fast is dumb. Controlling time is dumb. Oh, being able to read people's minds might be cool, but like to where I could turn it off or turn it on at will. Because I wouldn't want to be like hearing everybody's thoughts all the time, because that would just drive me crazy. All right, so let me know. And yeah, your comment might be in the next video. RaiderZ is in the news because their new expansion's coming out on March 21st, which will be introducing a new continent, Cohen Marsh, and a new dungeon, Temple of Ranas. There's also going to be a higher level cap at level 40, new areas, new items, new monsters, also new PvP battle arenas. I forgot about that. Don't forget. And something called a wave system, which I think is supposed to like connect you with other people who are killing the same monsters as you. I'm not really sure, oh god. And they are also improving their party matchmaking system, which is awesome. Yeah, any game that doesn't have a party matchmaking system is really behind in the times, I feel. Because it's just like we're just so spoiled by that. I love it. I think that those things are really great. Although I do and miss the times like in World of Warcraft where you were like trying to get people to like the entrance of the instance, and that was so, but you know what, it's sort of like one of those things where you think back at it and you're like, oh, those were the days, but then when you were in that situation you were like, this sucks so bad, why does it take an hour to do Wailing Caverns? Next up I'm going to talk about Scarlet Blade, which is like, I don't really know how I feel about this game. It is a fantasy sci-fi game that is mature. And yeah, it has good reason to be. I mean, the character creation, you can only play a female. The females are very sexualized. I really hope that this game isn't just sort of going off of a kind of trying to pander to an audience that may or may not exist anymore. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there are a lot of, I don't know, I know there are a lot of MMOs out there, and at times video game companies want to do something that makes their game provocative or at least like eye-grabbing. If not controversial, whatever. I really hope that there's more to this game than just there's sort of like, hey, look, you can have half-naked women that are extremely like sexualized in this video game. You know, they say that they have like a unique combat system and PvP system, and there's like immersive story and that the game is great, but everybody says that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing like how this game turns out. I mean, I could say just like a sweeping hand gesture and say, this game is sexist and shitty and we should step away from this type of game style, I guess, or at least like stylization, just because it's just like so corny, really. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't want to judge a game like that. So I mean, if this game really does have something special and unique about it, and the only reason that they did this was to sort of get people to actually take a look at their game, I guess I would be okay with that, but at the same time, you know, I'm still a little bit uncomfortable. Let me know what you think. Obviously, you guys are going to have maybe a different opinion than me if you are male or female, or if it bothers you, if it doesn't. Like, let me know. It doesn't really bother me because, I mean, it's been so long that we've been having, like, this sort of stuff in it. I just hope that it's not just like, hey, look, we have scantily clad women, you know, beating things up. Buy our game. You know what I mean? Because then it's just sort of like, really? That's all? But there's an exclusive interview with the lead producer. Yeah. So they say, you know, they definitely are behind their game and talking about the uniqueness and stuff like that. So hopefully it's really good. You guys should check it out, at least. Let me know what you think, and yeah. Oh yeah, and then there's a closed beta announcement for this game called Dragon something. Oh god, Dragon's Prophet. Sorry. And this game looks really interesting. Like, I haven't seen anything about this game. It's just been sort of announced, and it looks really cool. You tame dragons. It's an action-based combat. You basically, like, I think a lot of it has to do with, like, training your dragon and flying around your dragon. Now, I can't remember the name of this book that I read a really long time ago, and it was about people who rode dragons. It was like a fantasy book. And I instantly thought of that when I thought of this, or saw this game, and so I'm kind of excited to try it because vampires, wow. Dragons are really cool, and I've always wanted one. Like, I've always wanted to fly on a dragon. Now, I know you can do that in other games. Like, in World of Warcraft, you can fly on things. There's a lot of, like, flying mounts in games, blah, blah, blah. You are a party pooper if you mention that. But I'm saying, like, I think there's a lot of probably customizations to your dragons as well. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. It's a free-to-play game, so why not? So if you're interested, you should check it out too. Sign up for the beta, and maybe I'll see you there. Speaking of betas, Defiance is having its final beta on March 22nd. So if you want to get in on some of that action, you ought to. Remember that Defiance is an MMO RPG TPS, I think it's, or a first-person shooter. Might be a third person. I can't remember. But you should check it out. This beta is actually really unique because it's actually going to have the people who play on PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 being in there now, so you're going to be able to play with them. They're actually going to be able to experience it and see what that's like to play on those platforms as well. Tryon also released a new trailer for their weapons modifications, and I took a look at it and it looks really cool. I love the weapons. Like, there's this one that's like all electric and you can like shoot people with it, but I really like the rocket launcher because I'm really bad at hitting people in first-person shooters, and so rocket launchers tend to be like really good, you know, the noob tubes or whatever. No, I'm just kidding, but that one actually looks really cool because I think it like explodes into different ways. It's not like just a regular, but who knows? It's a trailer. It's designed to look fantastic. And it's probably nothing like that in the actual game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it's really cool. It actually got me kind of excited about the game, and then I was like, oh yeah, you have that installed. You could play the beta. And so you should also do that. All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, just to address some of the comments that I've gotten before, I want to thank F2P so much for this opportunity to continue to make my MMO news while, because I wasn't going to be able to do it. I have been doing school and work, and it just wasn't going to be able to be fit into my schedule, and so you guys should be thanking F2P for allowing me to continue to do this for you guys, and it's been a lot of fun, and I hope you like it. Also, the new green screen stuff, let me know what you think. Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't ask you what you think. It's here to stay, gosh darn it. No, I'm just teasing. But yeah, this has been so much fun. All right. I didn't say anything about Blade and Soul, but I have some Blade and Soul videos coming up, and I'm also going to have an opinion piece. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Tell me what you think. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at MintshipLOL. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye! F2P got a which will be introducing a new continent, Cohen Marsh, gosh darn it. Cohen Marsh. Okay. Oh, this video is a lot of my own little riffing, isn't it? Hope it's okay.